Alright, so if you guys been watching me for a while, you know that we've been covering the Max Payne remake or remakes very closely over the past year. We have two videos diving into more details, but this is a brand new update, and we really haven't covered much of it since those two updates because there was nothing coming out. What we do know is that Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 are being remade completely from the ground up for the current generation of game. It is being worked on by Remedy with help from Rockstar Games. Now, we didn't know at the time how closely Rockstar Games was being involved. We know that Rockstar Games worked on Max Payne 3 and Remedy took care of Max Payne's 1 and 2 when they released originally. But there was a new financial report, and it seems like Insider Gaming has the scoop, with Rockstar Games working closely with Remedy Entertainment on Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake. And the statement covered here reads, "The Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake project continues its progress and remains in full production in the second quarter. The team built on steady momentum from earlier in the year. Collaborations with Rockstar Games remains close and productive, ensuring alignment as the project advances towards its next major phase." Now, the article goes on to say that this means both Max Payne key developers are working together on the project. It's unclear if this is a 50-50 split on the workload or how much input either team is contributing. Now, I would go out on a limb here and say that Remedy is the one that are taking most of the weight or most of the development in their hands. I think Rockstar is there to provide help, to provide assistance, to provide maybe some feedback, or even lend some type of workers in helping with certain areas. But I think Remedy is the ones that are really day-to-day working on this Max Payne remake, because the head of Remedy has talked about how much he's working on these games, how much he loves them. So I got a feeling that Remedy is the one that are taking the lead with Rockstar Games, just helping out. For those of you that don't know or don't remember, both Max Payne 1 and 2 are being made into one singular title. And from my understanding, it's going to flow as a full game. It's not going to be like a bundle where you get Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 and they just come together. I think it's going to be like a full-on game just released together. And I think that's really cool. I think it's a unique way of doing remakes. And we've talked about it in the past when we were covering the previous news on Max Payne. There's just so many remakes and remasters coming out recently over the past few years that doing something creative and intuitive, like creating two original games, making them into one, I think that's the right way to do remakes. Because Max Payne 1 remake could come out and then we could wait like a year, 2, 3 years, and then you get the second remake. And that's for a game that we've already played. That's for games that are, older, that came out, many years ago. It would be much better to just release them together or release them as one. So I really like that. And I was actually getting a little bit worried that maybe we weren't going to get any updates on Max Payne, because since our last update, there was like complete radio silence from anything to do with Max Payne, anything to do from Remedy, anything to do with Rockstar Games. And I've been looking, consistently over the past year on websites, on their official pages, to see if anything new comes out so I can bring that to you. But nothing actually new came out. And I was starting to worry that maybe it got canceled, or maybe it wasn't moving along as quickly as they would want it to be, so maybe there was going to be a delay or something like that. But with us getting this financial report, it just confirms that the project is moving along good, and we should be getting it very soon. I think it would probably be sometime in 2026. Maybe. This might be like really big hope, but maybe it releases... No, I don't think so, actually. I was going to say I think maybe it could release like December of 2025, but that would be too close. I think that would be way too close. I just thought about it because of the theme and when the game takes place. I thought it would be kind of cool in that snowy area. But maybe late 2026, maybe late 2026, you see the game. I'm really just spitballing it, though I have no clue. But like I said earlier, the most important thing here is that Max Payne 1 and 2 Remake is in full production. It is being worked on closely, and there's probably going to be a teaser or a reveal or a trailer very, very soon. And what do you think about the remake? Are you still excited, or have you slowly began to lose some interest?